Welcome back, everybody, to another video. Please like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, because this algorithm's beating me up. We're here with a 2003 Toyota Tundra. We're doing inner and outer tie rod ends, so that's 4 total, 2 on each side. I'm going to take you through step by step, show you what tools you need, so let's get right into it. Step 1, jack up the truck, take the front 2 wheels off. How about these Delphis? This is the passenger side outer tie rod, TA 3080-11B1. Driver side outer tie rod is TA 3079-11B1. Inner tie rods are the same for both sides, TA 3046-11B1. Use a 19mm wrench to break loose and remove the tie rod end from the ball joint / lower control arm. After you get this tie rod end out of the control arm, we can now get over here. Now normally you would want to use this nut and this. You'd want to unthread this and unthread this. I'm gonna try that, but if it doesn't work, then all I'm actually gonna do is take this cutter and go and hack that thing right off. So I was able to get this one loose. This one is gonna be righty tighty to push it in. This one is gonna be lefty loosey to pull it out. So once you get it good, get this guy all the way off, throw it in the garbage, in the garbage. And then you're gonna have to take off that nut, because the nut's not gonna let you take this piece off, which is what we have to take off next. Now that both sides look like this, next step is to take this clamp off that holds this boot. We're gonna save that for later. And then this clamp we have to cut with a pair of dikes. So we cut that clamp and then pull it off. See how that ball is moving inside the cup? That could have been a failure where it snapped his this right out at some point, and then he would have been busted. So I'm glad he brought it in. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So I don't have the right tool. This one, it has a thing on the end, but I don't have a friggin' socket that big. So I have this pipe wrench, this plumber pipe wrench, and then I put a jack handle here, and then it's righty tighty lefty loosey. I already broke the other side loose, so that's how it works. But yeah, even this, look, I'm already maxed out on the length for this opening too, so I have no idea what size it is. It's bigger than 1 1/4, so it's probably 1 3/8 or 1 1/2 inches based on the new part over here. It's got a huge hex, so none of my adjustables go that big. Wipe everything down with a rag, try to get it as clean as possible, and wipe where the boot goes so the new clamp will make it seal nice, and do that to both sides. See those 2 slits? Those 2 slits go with these 2 nubbins. So let's screw it in a few threads first, get it started. Once you got this thing started, then you put the nubs into the thing, it locks it, and we tighten this guy down. Now that we're in, I'm going to use the same wrench I used to loosen it and flip it, because those things only work one way. Tighten it down, then you take a hammer, you bash this lip over this flat edge so this can't back out. Take the nut off, and we're gonna slide over the boot. If you have a new boot, that's good. I guess we could have bought a new one, but make sure it's slipped over the rack here, over here. Then make sure you also have clamps. So I'm using these hose clamps. They're the right size and they'll do just fine. Screw the nut on most of the way so you can start the outer tie rod. This little groove here, make sure that's pointed to the back of the vehicle. And we'll just screw this on for now a little bit. We're gonna have to, once all the rest of the parts and everything are together here, we will have to put the tire on and then adjust it with somebody else looking and get it as close to straight as possible until it gets to the alignment shop. You want to get the steering wheel and the car straight. Then you sort of want to get this to where the wheel is pointed straight ahead, close enough, you know what I mean, to get it to where you're not doing a whole bunch of adjustments after we install. Then you're gonna bend this, get it in. You're gonna put this on. Use a 22mm deep socket. Tighten down the nut. Once you get the nut tight, make sure the hole lines up with one of the castles. If not, tighten a little more to get it to line up. Push this through. We're gonna grab this tong, bend it all the way over, like so. And then we're gonna bend this one down. We're gonna cut it right about here so that it goes 90 degrees against the nut. We're gonna fold this one farther over, tap it with a little metal hammer or whatever you have laying around to bend it. Should look like this when you're done. That way the nut can't back off. Now we're gonna leave this loose. We're gonna put the wheel on. We're gonna make sure the steering wheel is straight. We're gonna have somebody stand way over there and tell me when the wheel, it looks pretty much straight by spinning this inner tie rod, either counterclockwise or clockwise. If we turn it counterclockwise, it brings the front of the wheel out, it toes out. If we spin this clockwise, it will be acting like we're spinning this counterclockwise, and so then the toe will go in. So take some time, ask a buddy to help you out, and just stare at the tire. Now that you have the wheel where you want it to be, screw this down, and you're going to want to tighten it. This one's going to be lefty-tighty, this one's going to be righty-tighty. So you're going to hold this with the wrench, and you're going to turn this one left until it's tight, and that will lock this setting in place. And then you can do the same thing on that side, and then this job is done, and all you have to do is go get an alignment.